With all the games and apps these days, I wonder if there is one where you can control a camera guy and work the camera so that he gets the highlights of the big game. On second thought, I don't want someone controlling my actions. Lingle-Ft Laramie versus Burlington in the 1A state championship game. First quarter, Burlington wearing the black, down 1-0. Nicholas Carzales will take care of that problem. Nothing to it. And now we have a score of 3-1. Later, the score is knotted up at 6, and the Huskies were ready to mush and make their big move. Jess McNiven was one of 4 players to score in double figures. He was just getting started. We have an 8-6 score right now. Then things got a little crazy on the court. We have ourselves a hot potato. Eventually, the boys in black would get it and give it to Trevor Wardell, who will get the finish. Now he has his team ahead 10-6, and there was more to come. The defense did its job as well. McNiven gets the turnover, and then he feeds it ahead to Carzales for another 2 of his 10 points. We were starting to find out who the alpha dog was in this game. The scoreboard now reads 14-6. Lingle-Ft Laramie needed to get it in gear soon, or else they were going to be left behind. Barry Greenwald is able to provide a much-needed basket, but his boys were down 16-8 after the first 8 minutes. Second quarter, a number of players produced for the defending champs, some more than others, but the smaller contributions helped as well. Here's Bridger Jones with a hook shot kiss off the glass. That would move the score up to 18-8. The Doggers had their moments as well. Here's another by Greenwald. That would make it 18-10. The problem was no one on his team scored more than 8 points individually. The Huskies were able to keep the game at their pace, and when they had a chance to go, they did. McNiven, bucket, foul, 14 points for the senior. Now we have a 20-12 contest. It was about time to unleash another one of those scoring threats. Jared Peterson, 3-ball in the side pocket and drains it. He had a really good game. That one would double up the score at 26-13. It has been a while since Lingle-Ft Laramie has made it this far. They last won it all in 1990. Matthew Bebo throws up a 3 for the heck of it, and I think that calmed down the nerves some, but his squad was still looking at a 28-17 disadvantage. Sometimes you just got to take a chance or two. You never know how it will pay off. Dallin Fleenor saw a lane and went through it. Nice finish as well. But the Doggers were down 33-21 going into the locker room. Third quarter, the Huskies would take over for good. And how? The ball almost got away, but they would recover, and Wardell would take care of the rest for 2 more of his 14. We have a 35-21 score. The boys in black could do no wrong. In fact, they did whatever they wanted. Here's Nathan Carzales. This was his only 3 points of the game. Good timing. Now it's 38-21. Like I said, whatever they wanted to do, and they did it from wherever they wanted. Wardell pots from the free throw line and connects again. Burlington was in full control, now ahead 40-23. The entire second half was one big run. I'll tell you the numbers later. Wardell scores in traffic and one. The Huskies would outscore the opposition 19-8 in the quarter and held a 52-29 advantage going into the final 8 minutes. Fourth quarter, we're going to cut these highlights a little short. We do not like to show too much of a one-sided game. Check out the finish by Peterson on the far side. He led all scorers with 17 points. It is way out of reach now. 59-31 is the score. Actually, that's enough. Burlington would outscore Lingle-Ft Laramie in the second half 33-13 and would easily repeat as state champs. Final score 66-34. For the second year in a row, the Huskies would go unbeaten versus 1A opponents and finish the season with a record of 22-5.